All right, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Channel Orange. I'm your host, LK the Guy, the Deity, the Mobile, FSOD, Burn Up Gang, La Familia. I'm here with my trusted sidekick. As you can see, he is loading up the dabs because we have a lot of shit going on. We have a lot of shit to talk about. You can't see our whiteboard, but it's full of shit for us to talk about. Also, we have topics coming in today as we speak. But today we will be talking about NBA. Cat's out. Chris Middleton is back. Should the Lakers trade Russ now? Because his stock is looking good. We're going to talk about what Banchero said. And he's fucking bugging. Top 5 flashes in the plan players. That means players that show flashes, but they really don't pan out. Also, we're going to talk about Kanye. That's the live thing going on right now as we speak. Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Transformers Beast Wars trailer.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer. Did you see it?
That trailer came out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, fucking pause this. We got to fucking watch it.
Yeah, did you miss that? I saw that before you
I
came.
fucking missed it. Yeah. Fuck. Okay, we're going. All right. We're going to talk about Pokemon, the new Pokemon games, and Bleach. So, Puffco, where would you like to be?
Again at the beginning. You want to start with the NBA? We can start with the NBA.
Let's start with some ball. Now, Cat is out. Apparently, he has he pulled a calf. I thought it was Achilles, but it was a calf. Couple weeks. But I think this would be good for the team so they can actually see what they will look like with one center in the game at a time. Because they've been running double bigs and it hasn't really been working out.
The first game without Cat, Rudy Gobert had 9 points and like 1 rebound.
Without Cat?
Yes.
What did everybody else have?
I believe that one Anthony Edwards had a great game. I think he had like 28, but I do
more
remember
spacing, I guess.
Definitely more spacing. He's complained about that at some point, but let's see. Timberwolves, Grizzlies the other night. Let's see, Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, 9 points, 1 rebound. But they did beat the Grizzlies.
1 ball?
1 rebound. 1. No. So, not great, but they got the dub. Ant-Man had 29, 24 for Newell off the bench. So,
Who did all the rebounding then if they won the game?
Spread it out. Kyle Anderson had 6, 5 for D'Angelo Russell, who had a nice double-double, 15 and 10.
Jesus.
5 for Newell. They just, not a lot of rebounding, but they got the dub. So,
okay.
Yeah. Cat's down. The Timberwolves are still looking semi-fraudulent, but, they still have Anthony Edwards. They still, it's about the fit. We'll see what happens, man.
What do they need to go far in the playoffs? If they had to do something?
I think they need a real point guard. I don't think D'Angelo Russell is the point guard that's going to take you where you need to go. Maybe I'm wrong. He's got talent, so maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. So I would go with a different point guard. I feel like it's not a great chemistry fit with the 4 top players that they have. Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. I don't think that's a core that can really take you anywhere, but again, I might be wrong.
Ugh. I always think about, okay, we can get rid of Russell, but what type of pick would you be willing to give up to upgrade?
I don't know.
You're going to have to come up with
Maybe lateral, man. It just might be somebody.
Oh, lateral? All right,
it
man.
might just be a different style, like
Fred VanVleet right now.
VanVleet?
I'd do that right fucking now. If I ain't got to I give up the second round. Fuck it.
I think more of a playmaker because they have people who can get buckets. It's like I need somebody who can feed my bigs who's not looking for their bucket as much,
Yeah.
I know there's no Tyrese Halliburton flying around.
No.
And can we talk about Indiana? Because Indiana's actually really good.
Okay.
Tyrese Halliburton had a 3-game stretch in which he had 40 assists and 0 turnovers.
I see that stat.
Like, that's fucking insane. His stat line right now looks nearly identical to Steve Nash's MVP season. I've always been a really high on the Halliburton train.
So, are you saying that the Kings fucked themselves when they traded?
They did, even though the Kings are looking decent, though, for what they did. I like Sabonis, too. As an OKC fan, I've seen Sabonis from the beginning. Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox, like, the Kings they're something. They're fun. They score a lot of points. They can definitely move it. Like, I mean, I guess that's better than what they've done. They're something. They're fun, and they look like they could be a playoff team, even if it's at the back end of the playoffs, like, or a play-in or something. Like, they're something. The Kings are something, but like Tyrese Halliburton's fucking special, and everyone was right when the league looked at them like they were smoking crack pipes when they did that trade to move Sabonis for Halliburton, because. Or they're looking at the Kings like the Kings were just on the Bobby Brown shit. Because, like, Tyrese Halliburton's special. He's a player that, and I said it before the 40 fucking assists, 0 turnover streak. He just doesn't make any fucking mistakes. That's really rare in a young player. We're just like, man, you know what? He always makes the right read. He always makes the right pass. When it's time for him to get a bucket, he gets his bucket. Shoots like over 40% from 3. Like, I don't know. Like, people said I was crazy for being like, oh, you like him over Anthony Edwards? Like, a little bit. Like, Anthony Edwards is a straight bucket, but Halliburton is like, can run and quarterback your team.
Yeah.
And the Pacers are in 4th place in the East right now. The fucking Pacers.
I think they kind of fucked themselves. They just gave them up.
I'm saying, like.
Yeah. Like, I've heard people say, like, that's. I mean, for what Sabonis is, okay, but is he like a winning big? Like, what position does he play? Like,
it's a power forward.
Okay.
They got him at the 5. I mean, that's cool. I think that's, if we can segue to the Wizards, I think that's been the key to Porzingis' success for the Wizards. Like, even Brian Windhorst had his whole segment where, like, the Wizards have a big 3. I'd calm down on that, but, like.
With who?
But kind of. They do kind of, though.
Who's the 3?
Low key, though. Like, Porzingis, Beal, and Kuzma. Kuzma has played some great ball, like, for the past year and a half for the Wizards. Like, Kuzmo, as I refer to him.
That is the title of today's episode, everybody!
Because Kyle Kuzmo is officially, I want him in the city. He's a hooper. He's a hooper. That's a solid big 3. The issue with the Wizards is the rest of the roster. Because Porzingis is playing like prime New York Porzingis. Like, as we saw the other night, he put up 41 and 6 or something. He had 6 threes.
As a Knicks fan, okay. Okay.
Porzingis at center on the Wizards where he gets an opportunity to have high usage. Like, Porzingis looks fucking incredible. Like, he's hitting step back threes at 7'3". Like, he's doing some shit where it's like, oh, you're doing that unicorn shit. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Unicorn shit. You're like centers. And again, this is where Dallas kind of turned him into a role player at power forward. He's a role player. Stay in the corner and shoot. Yo, Porzingis is 7'3" and could fucking step back, yank a fucking center. You should use him for that. And the Wizards are smart enough to be like, hey, do your fucking thing, bro. We haven't had anything here other than Beal and Wall for like ever. Do your fucking thing. And Porzingis is hooping. So I got to give Porzingis some fucking credit. I got to give Kuzmo, my nigga, some credit. He's coming out that jump. Hooping. Beal, even though his numbers haven't been crazy, has not been bad this year. He's been efficient. He's been getting it done. My issue with the Wizards is player development for the Wizards is fucking ass. You have all these high draft picks. Denny Avdia is a good defender. That's all you can say out of your top 10 pick is like, he's a solid defender. Like, I need more than that, bro. Like, offensively inconsistent. Not respected as a shooter. Not really consistent. He's kind of a jack of all trades. He does everything decent. But he ain't really great at anything. And I need Denny to be more aggressive offensively. Because as we saw against the Nets the other night, Porzingis, Beal, and Kuzma had great nights. Yeah. No one else did. And they got smoked by KD and fucking Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah. Oh, just like the Knicks got, I mean, they got beat. They didn't get smoked. But it was as a Knicks fan and as a sports fan, there's always, how how do you put it? When they say good teams find a way to win, bad teams find a way to lose. Like in the football game with the Commanders, I don't know if you watched it, but it was late in the game. Nigga had an offsides. Like you can't do that. You're trying to find a way to lose right now. Right. Just like the Knicks. Fucking what was it last night? They was playing the Bucks, or was it 2 nights ago? They was playing the Bucks, and they was up, and R.J. Barrett takes a 3 when y'all was up.
Yeah, no, R.J. Barrett. We got to talk about R.J. Barrett because I've been an R.J. Barrett fan, but even the nigga got to admit when he be looking wrong. R.J. Barrett's usage is incredibly high, and his production is fucking awful. He's not efficient.
And that's just like I said last week, like a couple weeks ago. That's just the Russian roulette, and it's so fucked up for New York because first round pick, first pick Zion, second pick Ja, third pick RJ. They were so close to getting and both them other niggas is franchise players.
RJ, sometimes this situation, as you said, bad franchises find a way to stay bad. Sometimes it's where you go, bro. Sometimes where you go. RJ is a talent. And RJ needs to be developing more. He seems like he's kind of regressed a little bit from last year.
It's more fucked up for me because he kind of looks like Tracy McGrady. And he doesn't really play like him. So I'm like,
he's got that potential. And remember, RJ's very, very young. So he's still a very young player. But like the development, like I was talking about with the Wizards. Let's talk about all their, from Jan Vesely to where the fuck we are now.
Jan Vesely!
Nigga.
No, you gotta go to Yi Jingling.
Yeah.
Go to Yi Jingling.
They didn't draft him though. I'm talking about like Jan Vesely to Otto Porter to like, we gotta look at their, not just who they select, but how they develop. Motherfucking Johnny Davis has not played a meaningful fucking minute all season. He's a top 10 pick, bro. Like, lottery pick. What is he, 10? Was it when they picked 10? I felt like
you said 10.
Johnny Davis hasn't played a meaningful fucking minute, and he struggled in the G League and the Summer League. Look, man, I was a person that was high on Johnny Davis, but, like, you got to develop your talent. I look at OKC, because that's my team, like, fucking J-Dub put up 27 last night. We won.
He did.
We won. He put up 27. Yeah, it's like, we just find Poku has played great this year. Like, Poku, who was a joke the last 2 years, because he just had wild-ass confidence. It was just like, behind the back pass in the stands. Fucking Poku is launching threes, bricks. Now Poku's out here launching clutch threes and clutch moments.
Giddey had like a lot of rebounds that game or something?
Giddey's been rebounding really well. He had like another like 14 and 14 game or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
But like Giddey is saying, he's a tall guard who gets rebounds. And even though he's been a little iffy this year, Giddey, but like, I still like what Giddey could be. You know, Giddey just needs
I'd like to say that Giddey is 2 years out from what we see, because I really love Giddey.
Giddey has something special about him. That's what I like about Giddey.
Until he fully blossoms, I give him
his passing ability and IQ are like wildly special, where it's just like his vision and his ability to just whip certain passes and IQ is like, it's crazy. His basketball IQ is off the fucking charts.
And the funny thing about it is, if one of these teams in all the trade rumors with Shea, like, it's going to be Giddey's team.
Nah, Shea's not going anywhere. He's averaging 31 a game or something this year.
Man, look,
Shea has been unstoppable this year.
Rumors. That's all I can
There
say.
have been rumors all this time, but like, why would we give away one of the best young players in the entire league?
Because of Sam Preston.
Nah, bro. Unless it's a guarantee for Victor Wembanyama, like, I don't think that's happening, bro.
It's
like,
Sam Preston, bro.
Nah, dog.
Oh well, shit. If it gets another bite at the apple for Wembanyama, I mean, I would do it. Oh, speaking of Wembanyama, I want to talk about what Paolo Banchero said. I just heard this while I was at work. This nigga compared Bol to Victor Wembanyama.
It's not a crazy comparison, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I have been a Bol fan since Oregon. I've been like, he should have been a first-round pick. I saw the injuries. He got done dirty in his first couple of years in Denver, second-round pick. Mm-hmm. I love that Orlando is letting Bol play, bro. They've unleashed Bol. Have you seen some of this man's numbers lately? Have you seen him play?
It's hard to watch.
They started him at point guard. He started at point guard a couple games. When Jalen Suggs was out, they were just like, fuck it. Bol was fucking tipping off, and he was fucking.
I need league pass to watch Bol. That's what I'm saying. I need league pass.
Bol has been grabbing double-doubles. He's been hitting threes. He's been fucking step-back threes, fucking coast-to-coast buckets, rebounds, putbacks. Bol is the truth. He might be most improved player. I think he's most improved category.
He said
Bol been hooping. Even though Orlando's garbage, but they have a foundation. Franz, Hooper. Bol, Hooper. Like, Banchero, Hooper. Yeah. You got something there. There's something. I mean,
you got that.
I like Wendell Carter, too. Like, wait, you got something.
You got that Markelle Fultz, R.J. Hampton soup down there, too.
And Suggs, like, they're all potential, though. Like, Fultz just came back.
Oh, and Gary Anthony's son or whatever.
Gary Harris.
Gary Anthony's son. I forgot his name. And Gary Harris, too.
There's just, but...
What is Gary Anthony's son's name? Damn, that's fucked up.
You talking about...
Cole Anthony, yeah. Damn.
Oh, wait, what are you talking about, bro?
Greg Anthony's son.
Yeah, Cole Anthony's good, too, man. Cole Anthony's pretty good, man. Like, but, they got something. Cards. There's something down there.
Aaron Terrence Ross's carcass.
He
should have left a long time ago.
Get your 50 off the bench for no reason.
He should have left a long time ago.
But, hey, dog, Bol's the truth. I don't give a fuck what no one says. People can see it now. Motherfucking Bol. For you ain't got no league pass, bro. Like, yeah, I show you off the air, man. Like, Bol is that nigga, bro. But,
all right, we gotta talk about Chris Middleton coming back. He's available Friday, and it looks like the motherfucking Bucks don't even need him for real because they've been winning this whole time. But now they got the number 2 back. I think they're going to be a whole lot more scary now.
That's cool. Like. Like Kuzmoe said, build around Bol.
Build around Bol.
Nah, but Middleton's back. Mm-hmm. Damn, they got Bol at 80 and 2K? Damn, bro. Really hooping. People saying it. Literally the same skills as Wembanyama, man. He's fucking stepping back. Fucking hitting his shits. It's not crazy. What you said before, it's not crazy comparison.
Okay. We'll see next year. All right, this last topic for NBA. Top 5 flashes in the pan players. Now, this is 5 of your players just that always show flashes, but you're not really they don't really pan out that well.
Got 2 of them on the Mavericks right now. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Christian Wood. Yeah. You knew where I was going.
Now, Tim Hardaway is an ex-Knick. Now, I'd say I expect it. Man, like, when you're zero in on a franchise, you go, okay, you guys, you got to pick.
Oh,
all right.
Davis Bertans, man. Oh, man, we'll come in and hit some crazy laser threes, and we'll just be like,
he got the bag.
He can do nothing else other than shoot threes. And then some days,
but
every 4 out of 5 games, he can't shoot threes.
Like, I don't know.
Hook. No, not to interrupt you. Think about what I just said. Like, he got paid $80 million to shoot threes. In 4 out of 5 games, he can't shoot threes. And he does nothing else even remotely good.
He's on the Mavs. No.
He's like the 18th man off the bench for the Mavs. He played 5 minutes the other night.
They give so much credence to niggas who are cannons and nothing else. And then when they're not cannons no more, they're nothing.
They're going to burn Luka out. I don't like what they're doing down there.
Like, when Luka gets some teammates.
He had a teammate, Porzingis. They didn't know how to use him. Porzingis is dropping 40-point games for the Wizards. Just fucking going nuts.
They said Luka ran him out.
They didn't get along, or apparently they didn't like the roles or whatever, but, like, Porzingis put fucking Cat and fucking Gobert. He was fucking terrorizing them. Like, fucking Porzingis was, like, again, like, you should have just played him at center. You putting him as a fucking spot-up 3-power, turning him to Jay Crowder? Badass idea. Like, maybe Porzingis did that. Maybe he had a point where he's like, if you give him a role where he can be a star, he can be a star instead of
now
asking him to be a fucking supporting cast to Luka.
back to Tim Hardaway Jr. Now he's an ex-Knick, and I'm a Knicks fan. And when you zero in on a sports franchise and you become a fan of a team, when they draft players, you're like, okay, these guys must be the shit. And I want to see that draft that they were in of who they could have took over him, because he was just like, and you watch his games and it's like horseshit threes. And he has a lot of flashes, but it's not going to be sustainable. And he's supposed to pan out in Dallas, but he hasn't really panned out. I mean, he was injured a while though, but it hasn't really panned out that well either. And he's got to be like 26 right
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah,
He's 30.
30 already? He's 30 already? Oh, it's over? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my God. He's 30?
I've been looking at this. That's what I'm doing on my phone right now.
He's 30?
And in that draft, his draft, he was in the 2013 draft. That was the Anthony Bennett draft.
Jesus, hell.
So before him, we had, who was better before him? What's the first is fine, where he was at 24 for the Knicks, as you said. Who was before him that is better? Dennis Schroeder, maybe? Giannis Antetokounmpo, you know, Giannis, maybe. That guy might be a little better than him, maybe. That guy at 15, but this was the notorious draft where it's just like, this is a shitty draft. It's like Otto Porter with number 3. This was the draft. Nerlens Noel went number 6.
Holy fuck, the Nerlens Noel draft. The process draft.
KCP went number 8. So,
who went 2?
Victor Oladipo.
Oh, yeah.
Who was a good talent before he got hurt. He's still a good talent. You know, I don't want to disrespect him a bit, but like...
That was before he got hurt story.
Yeah, but like, he ain't been the same since he had that very serious injury. Anthony Bennett. That was this draft. So the Cavs completely shit the bed on that. Cody Zeller at number 4. Charlotte. That was wild. Alex Lynn at number 5. Wild as fuck, Phoenix, but that shows you what type of draft it is.
Yeah, he's being Phoenix.
That shows you what type of draft it is. Ben McLemore at number 7.
Ben back. Didn't really pan out that well.
Trey Burke at number 9. CJ McCollum at number 10. That worked out.
I mean, that 10?
Michael Carter Williams at number 11. He had one good year and then fell off the face of the existence.
Yeah. Roy, and that's it.
Kelly Olynyk, Steven Adams, Shabazz Muhammad.
Holy shit! I haven't heard that name in a long time. Shabazz Muhammad?
Shane Larkin. Lucas
Shane
Naguara.
Larkin!
Who is Lucas Naguara? Who is he?
Lucas Naguara. He sounds like a rapper.
Tony Snell.
Tony Snell.
The 000, my man. The fucking meme. Gorju Jing.
Gorju Jing, yeah.
Yeah. Reggie Bullock after that. Andre Roberson. Then we're getting to Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
Second round. No notable.
CJ and Rudy should have went higher. That was 1 and 2 right there.
Nobody in the second round, I think, is playing a notable role in any. Paul Neto.
All right, so your top 5 has Tim Hardaway in it. It has Christian Wood.
From this draft? Wait.
No, your top 5 flashes in the plan.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like, they show flashes, but they're just flashes. They're not going to. You might
Denny
like
Avdia.
Woo! Woo!
Every once in a while, I'll be like, wait a minute. And then it's just like, oh, 7 points a game. Like, he fucking he's a role player. He's a role player in the top 10. That's what you did.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fucking, I would say Johnny Davis, but I haven't seen a flash. There's been no flash in the past.
There's been not one flash.
That nigga's not been able to get a meaningful minute on a 500 team as a rookie. He's a top 10 pick. I can't even see the Thunder because Sam Presti's fucking awesome. Every rookie we drafted is showing something.
Sam Presti has credence throughout the whole league.
And my man Trey asked me like, should the Wizards have a pick other than fucking Johnny Davis? Now I'm just like, Jalen Williams, bro. He's dropping 27 in dubs.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it's like Jalen fucking Williams or AJ Griffin. I was wrong about AJ Griffin.
If you guys watched our last episode, we saw all the picks that the Wizards could have took at 10, and there was a whole lot of better options.
And I was wrong about AJ Griffin. I looked like I was mad wrong.
And let me ask you this. Do we need to, like, give grace to the scouts? Like, is there a problem with scouts, or they just take what they've seen and some players just don't pan out.
Yeah, it depends on where the organizations go. Like, it's not all about that, but like some people have a better eye for it than others. Like AJ Griffin was a difficult case to scout because he's a sniper.
He's great now.
Yeah, and then like he was always hurt when he was like younger in college and high
He
school.
might
so, like,
take DeAndre's hunting.
yeah, bro, you watching him in Atlanta on the low, like
He might
AJ Griffin's hooping.
Bro.
He's fucking hooping off
might
that
take
bench.
a good
They're
job.
trusting him with a lot of minutes. He's getting like 20+ minutes a night off the bench. He's got that game winner. He got the fucking. He's getting a couple 20+ point games. He's sniping. He's getting to the rims. Like niggas who were high on him were right. I was wrong. I was like, I don't know, man.
That team is panning out good with.
I don't know about that though. The Murray trade thing.
You gotta see the playoffs, though.
They stagger them a lot. They don't. I don't know how well they play together.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then the attitudes. That's two toxic niggas on the same team.
This nigga Murray's patting niggas on the head.
Yeah, that nigga's on some diabolical shit. Like, do you want to fight niggas? Like, what is going on, bro? Like,
Pop have. It's clearly shown that Pop has niggas on the leash.
no. I think it clearly shows why the Spurs would let a young 20-year-old all-star level player go. Because I think that's a personality thing.
He's out.
Yeah, that's a personality thing. Murray.
And they want to bite it of Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, I think they're on tank mode too.
Everybody wants to bite of the apple.
I think they're on tank mode, no doubt, because they're just like Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell are our best players. Like they're on tank mode.
Good luck.
I like Devin Vassell too, and Johnson, but like that's what you're relying on. They're not ready to be carrying a team, and they be strategically resting people in some wild ass moments. Like we're going up against a monster center. We're gonna rest like Jacob Podol or whatever. Like
I've had rumors on Jacob Pro too.
Podol's good for a traditional center.
People want him. People want him. People that a person that nobody wants is Russ. I guess.
Still, I don't think so. He's a bad fit for the Lakers, but what other team do you think he would fit onto?
Now, if you were Genie Bus, now that's already weird because you'd be a white woman. But if you had to pull the trigger on Russ, what would you want and would you do it?
I'd get him out of there for just about anything. For real. Get him off the books, man. He don't fit.
But what would you be looking for?
Picks?
A side trade or an upgrade?
I guess if she believes they can win now, it's a side trade, but like, you're not really going to upgrade. You'd have to downgrade. You'd have to eat something and maybe give up picks to get Russ off your books. That's a lot of money. But if you get him off your books, you have a lot more cap flexibility to do a lot
I'd
of shit.
say they shouldn't even be. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't be fucking around with LeBron's latter years. Like, he should still be competitive. He shouldn't be having this shitty record. And his games are always televised. You just losing all the time. Like, that's not good. That's not a good look for him going out. Like, I want him playing in meaningful games again.
Well, the Lakers look a little bit better. Anthony
With
Davis.
Russ at the bench.
Yeah, Russ off the bench has been good. Anthony Davis has been looking like Anthony Davis. LeBron has looked like LeBron. He's been amazing the last few games. Like they got Dennis Schroeder. They got a few pieces that have come back. They cut Matt Ryan, which shows you like their roster's gotten more depth. They got a lot of people back that they didn't have at the beginning of the season. So like, yes, they were comically inept at the beginning of the season, but like Dennis Schroeder's a real player. You know, like those are real. That's real help. That's a real guard.
I was always on the bandwagon for Dennis Schroeder in LA because he was playing good there. Now, I don't know why he didn't take the deal when they offered it to him the first time, but I guess he got humbled. I mean, you're back now.
Yeah, that Boston shit humbled him.
Yeah, so that's just more depth. I mean, they got another roster spot, so they're obviously looking into like something that they could get from the free agency. In walks, guess who? The rapper himself. He catches lives for millions.
Oh, he's talking about Miles
Miles Bridges.
Bridges. Did he get over his legal shit? Is he
might be
he
back.
good?
He might be back.
Because even a play like talking about the Wizards, Troy Brown Jr. starting for them. Thomas Bryant is playing real minutes for the Lakers and looking good.
Now
off the bench.
Yeah.
Like the Wizards scrap heap is actually helping the Lakers right now.
Now,
One of the terrible draft pick, by the way, Troy Brown Jr. Just to not let the Wizards off the hook for that.
was he first? Was he a first round pick?
Yes, he was absolutely. He was
Jesus
I think he was a lottery picker. If not
What
lottery,
number?
if not lottery, like 14 or something.
Oh my God!
Never had a role for him. Never knew what they wanted to do with him.
Man, that shit threw me off. But if you have two MVP caliber players in LeBron and AD,
15.
all you have to do is fill in those slots. And with Dennis Schroeder and whatever player they get off the scrap heap, or if they want to do the Carmelo thing again, me personally, I wouldn't do it. Because y'all did it already. Like, you already tried the Carmelo thing.
We already did that storyline.
Yeah, so for whatever roster spot they're trying to get, it just adds to their depth and it make them more competitive, especially with Schroeder back. I love Schroeder there, man. He actually wants to hoop.
Still not a great fit, but he's a good player.
Yeah, and he gets shoot sometimes too.
Sometimes, but it's not. They need real shooters, not sometimes shooters. But
I thought it was gonna be Kendrick Nunn, but he didn't pan out.
he looks awful. But
He didn't pan out. All right, so fill these three other spots. Flash in the pan before you move on.
I don't
Well, you already said Devin Vassell or Demi Avdija, so that's 4. One more.
Not even Devin Vassell, man. I like Devin Vassell. He's just in a shitty situation where they're trying to sign. I don't know, man. Pick any Wizards fucking pick, man.
Any Wizards
Yeah, like I said, shout out to Shan Presti, man.
Mm-hmm.
Every pick is hit, bro. Every pick. Gordy, even Jang looks like he's got some talent. He's like a couple years away, but like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is that nigga, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's that nigga. The Wizards fans saw it at that game when it came to DC and stepped back and ended our fucking existence.
You gotta go to it. When do they play here again?
What?
When do they play here again?
Not for the next year. They play here once.
I like to see them play, especially if everybody healthy. All right, so moving on. Now let's talk about some niggas who ain't playing. Kanye is not playing no goddamn more with you niggas.
All right, man. We'll be quick about this. Kanye went on Alex Jones' show today.
Play the audio. Yeah, we gotta play the audio. They can hear this shit for themselves. Y'all can hear this shit for yourselves, everybody. Live on Channel Orange.
We don't have a professional segue to this.
It happened. It just happened. It literally just happened.
It happened earlier today.
Activities I've seen, and the Nazis, in my view, were thugs and should have done a lot of really bad things. But they did good things too. We gotta stop dissing the Nazis all the time. Okay, the most Nazi-like activities I've seen.
So that was Kanye talking about let's not diss the Nazis all the time. He also proudly said that he was a Nazi. Kanye declared.
Play the audio. Do you have that?
I don't have it all queued up.
Okay.
I'm just scrolling through my Twitter feed. My Twitter feed is just all people just like this nigga said what is basically the theme and here we go.
Yeah, I disagree with both statements, but I get the truth. I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to
Nervous laughter from Alex Jones.
Just because you don't like one group doesn't mean the other. Look, I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis. Oh man, well I have to disagree with that. Now listen.
This man had Alex Jones fucking nervous laughing and be like, I gotta just you gotta chill with that, bro.
Yeah, he
Whoa,
cost me another
nigga.
$140 billion, motherfucker. Yeah. Oh shit. Yo, Ye is tripping, blood. Ye is tripping.
They say you. This is one of the best tweets, yo. They say Yoo-hoo is catching the biggest stray of all time. We can have the fucking Yoo-hoo in him at the interview, bro. Talking about I love Nazis, bro. Like, oh my god. All right. Where do we start with this? Kanye West.
It's a layered cake. It's a very layered cake.
New poll. We find that Kanye West is overwhelmingly unpopular with voters of all backgrounds, with only a 16%.
All backgrounds.
With only a 16% voters saying they would have a favorable view of him. 74% unfavorables for Kanye for his his presidential campaign. So when you're running for president, pro tip, probably don't say you like Hitler. Probably don't cap for the Nazis. Don't say that you love Nazis or are a Nazi. Probably not a popular position to take. Kanye.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just like, what the fuck? Hey, listen, Donda was an amazing album.
Was it? It had 30 tracks. How many were good?
If I could put a good number on it, it'd be like 21. But it was a great album. Like, I'm stunned that he said he's a Nazi.
Are you stunned? He's been hanging out with Candace Owens for a while.
I'm stunned.
He's been chilling with Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes.
I'm stunned. And I told you earlier, bro, I'm like, I really, not to make it racial, but I really have a problem with black people being around white people, like, dressed like that and saying outlandish shit. Because you already know how they view us. So why would you add more fuel to it? That's like a dancing monkey on stage just being like, hey, everybody, I'm dancing with these.
Kanye's having a mental
Fascists.
breakdown. I think we can just move on from Kanye.
He definitely.
He needs some bipolar meds.
I don't know. I just don't know no more. Like, this might be the last straw with this dude, bro. Like,
It's hard to come back from I like Hitler and like I fuck with the Nazis.
He's a talented artist. That's the best thing.
Let's see how much clout he has, because like anti-Semitic is one thing, but I fucks with Hitler is like that's a new level. He's trying some new shit.
Like when people ask me about Kanye from now on, all I can say is like, yeah, he's a talented artist. That's all I can say.
Yeah, musically, musical genius. Anything else beyond that, it's like
I don't know.
Fucking.
Like maybe like Rembrandt and them niggas was like really crazy. Like they did shit back in the day. We just didn't have social media to like put like placards on it. But maybe they was like balls to the wall crazy. Like
fucking black Nazi.
These great artists and stuff are now.
Black Nazi.
Like that's crazy. Maybe Ben Franklin was like really crazy. Like oh my gosh. All right, so more crazy shit. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Now, I told you, Jizzle, you should watch it, but
I will watch it.
I can spoil it for you.
Sure.
Like, I know you have a D-test for Christmas.
I do.
Now, is it a D-test for all holidays type movies, or
yes.
just Christmas?
Oh wow, all of them.
So how do you feel about Independence Day?
It's cool. Nostalgia. It's cool. I like Will Smith.
So it's funny that I just watched the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer, like literally seconds. One more thing here. But just to bridge the gap between this and that, basically it's a bunch of musicals. They reveal that Mantis is Peter's sister. They reveal that the Guardians, they bought nowhere from the Collector, revealing that they have a home base and the Collector's still alive. Gamora's still gone, wherever the fuck she is, and we find out in this movie, apparently. And that's basically me, Kevin Bacon. He sings.
You want me to watch this?
I mean, I think it was a good movie, but I didn't know you had like a detest for holiday movies.
Okay,
like,
yeah, it's like you
no. It's a
you
musical.
just described it to me, and then you was like, "You want me to watch this?"
I felt like it was heartfelt.
Okay. Yeah, I like James Gunn, so like I give him the benefit of the
you
doubt.
probably watch this with your daughter. Like I mean,
okay.
Like Christmas Day, you don't got nothing to do, just watch this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of musicals, but yeah. So Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer. Let's talk about that.
All right. Seems like it's got some stakes. It was like more serious than I thought. It seems like.
Do you feel like when niggas like make a sequel and a sequel to a sequel, they all become one singular movie?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Like, say like you got the same director for 3 straight movies.
It's the same vision, but it's not the same movie. It should be a different story.
It should be, but it kind of looked like Guardians 1 and 2. That's the
Then
kind
maybe
of
it's time
feel
for
I
this shit
get
to
from it.
end. Maybe it's time for this shit to end.
Yeah.
All right, man. I mean, like, I don't know.
Like that, I kind of felt that with what is it? Thor, Ragnarok and Love and Thunder. Like it felt like a rewrap. Like it felt like the same movie but different elements in it. And this trailer kind of looks like all the other Guardians movies but different elements in it. And that's what it looked like.
I didn't get much. It's like from this trailer, other than like the tone. Felt like a more serious tone, more of like a full circle. Maybe this is James Gunn's last movie, knowing what we know that he's like basically the co-head of DC now.
Yeah, he got other shit to do.
So it's probably like a farewell to his version of these characters, and I'm sure Guardians will keep going because of money, but like
Yeah.
we'll see. Like
You got Warlock. Looks dope, I guess.
yeah, Adam Warlock's in there, and we'll see. I didn't have a strong opinion of the trailer other than like I'm down for one more.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely down for one more. What I'm not down for is Beast Wars.
Didn't expect it. Alright, we'll be quick about this one. One thing I like is the designs. They took the designs from the Bumblebee movie, which is like the more old school, like traditional Transformers designs. I like that. And I like Beast Wars. Like, as a 90s nigga, I love Beast Wars.
No.
But I hate most of the Transformers movies. And they're mostly awful. So
You must allow me to rant about this subject.
Yeah.
Okay, so my relationship with Transformers, the Transformers has been when everybody else was playing with Power Rangers action figures, I had Transformers. When everybody else had G.I. Joes, I had Transformers. When everybody else had Legos, I had Transformers. So I know a lot about Transformers. Now the movies, the first one, okay, cool. But like you said, with the gaggle of movies that they put out,
not good.
Most
of them awful.
flatline.
Two being one of the worst movies I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Didn't make sense.
Yeah.
What was that, Darker one?
No.
Revenge of the Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen. No, two. Was that Revenge of the Fallen? No, I don't even know.
We don't even know.
A few of them were that bad. Like they're.
Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen.
I think that was
Age of Extinction was 4.
They're all shitty. Those are all bad movies. We just named all bad movies. None of those movies were good.
Shia LaBeouf had one sequel with the new girl. No, 2 with Megan Fox, 1 with the new girl.
He's named all terrible movies. So.
And then that's when
Bumblebee was decent.
Mark Wahlberg came in, and then Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee was decent.
Now this one. And that brings in my gripe with the trailer and the movie as a whole, because I thought this was a reboot type movie. It looks like a continuation.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, I was
Me
like, what
personally-
continuity is it in? Is it in the Bumblebee? It looks like the designs are in the Bumblebee continuity, but like I don't know.
And that's my thing. I knew about Optimus Primal coming in, but I thought this was going to be that Optimus.
Separate.
Why is Optimus Prime here?
There's two Optimuses.
Yes, it's Primal and Prime.
Yes.
And I'm like, I thought this was going to be them. Like, let's go the Bumblebee route. We just rebooted it. Let's go Bumblebee style type shit. Let's take Optimus. Yes.
Yeah. And now it's just like, no, they're bringing them into the other thing.
Right. And we got Hot Shot, and we got the Jaguar. I forgot his name. We got them. But the big thing is you have to bring in Megatron, and his form is supposed to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah. So there's obviously going to be another trailer you niggas are going to try to make people go to the movie theater for.
Yeah, you know it.
Because at this point, this is like the 6-1. You ain't going to get $1 billion for this shit. Not no more.
I don't know, man.
It's not going to happen. That's why I'm like, bruh, if we was going to do a reboot, let's do a reboot. Let's not do a continuation. Because now I'm like you said, what time period are we in? How is the nigga still alive? Where is everybody else? Why is Bumblebee here? Where's Haley Steinfeld? Like, what is going on?
I don't know. We'll see, man. I'm not excited. These movies aren't that good. So, okay.
You can't get me to the movie theater with that. I'm not excited about it. But what I am excited to watch is Bleach.
Yeah. Bleach has been maybe the best anime that I've been watching this year. And I'm shocked to say that, as I am one of the world's #1 Bleach slanderers.
Repeat that, please.
Bleach is It's been one of the best anime this season. It's been very good.
You said this year.
This year.
Okay. I just want people to hear that. Because there are people who have vehemently called my phone just to tell me that Bleach is trash, didn't hang up and blah, 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 blah.
Bleach is, look, it started great, and then it broke my heart. That's why I'm so hard. I've been one of the hardest people on Bleach, because, like, I will tell you, as one of the harshest critics, the story was ass. It fell apart. Many times during the run, it fell apart, especially towards this end, at this arc. But Kubo has come back. He has said he has taken a special interest to, correct his wrongs as a writer. He has added some story, some backstory to Yamamoto that made it more interesting when he got cut down and like
unceremoniously.
But he's added story that has made it more interesting. He's added context. He's added some things to make this art. Even though I don't know if he could save it because it was still fucking terrible. But like at this point, we're still early in it. It's not. I have to say, I'm entertained every week. I'm back every week. For as much shit as I talk, every week I'm back and I'm like, it's Bleach Tuesday or what is it? No, Bleach Sunday, whatever.
Can this anime change your opinion on Bleach as a whole from what you had from the years that you had the product that we had? Now this is the continuation, but so many years later.
It would have to end like a masterpiece, and I don't know if they can do that because it's still following the 1,000-Year Blood story. It's just like making it a better, but like that shit was ass. Like, the shit was ass. Like, it started great. I like the stakes of it, because Bleach never had stakes. Like, they're killing niggas and all this. But then, even this week, Byakuya survived? How did this nigga survive? How the fuck did he survive?
How did he survive?
How in the fuck?
I thought he was dead.
How in the fuck?
They gave him a whole good scene.
Yes, he had a great death scene. And they don't have the balls to kill, like...
what is this water shit technique that he's talking about?
Yeah, and then we get into the Zero Squad. This is going to be a whole issue in itself. And it's just like, if you're still gonna do your shitty art, you can only improve. You can only improve upon it so much, my nigga. This shit was ass. Even Aizen played a role like I fucking changed your perception of time, which made you guys run out of time. Which I was like, so this nigga still has powers in jail? Explain this shit to me. He's just so strong, we can't stop him. He still kind of have powers, even though we sealed his powers. But
would you be willing to give me a spoiler as to how he gets out of jail?
I don't remember. I got so checked out of that arc. I just know that like.
So it would be good for you to just watch it now because it'll like refresh you. Like, oh, okay.
I'm not reading it again. I know that.
Okay.
That shit was terrible.
Just watch it. Just watch it with us. Watch it with Blind Eyes. Just like Chainsaw Man. Blind Eyes is amazing.
I read Chainsaw Man, so I know what's happening in Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's been very faithful.
It's amazing.
So it's just like it's been great. Yeah, like Chainsaw Man's a great manga.
Ooh, this past episode.
I didn't watch the last two.
Ooh.
Let it build up. But I know what's happening. I read it. I know what's going on.
Bruh, it's an amazing anime. Like, I'm blown away so far.
Great
I
intro
don't read
song.
manga, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I read the manga. I finished the first half of the manga. I know they're doing a part 2 now that I haven't started yet. But, like, Chainsaw Man's great. It's fantastic.
It's like refreshing to see anime that beautiful because it's,
Yeah, Mappa Studio is putting all their resources into all of it. Jesus. They invested a lot into that show apparently, and so like they put a lot of their own money into it. So they're very invested in making it their flagship.
That shit is amazing.
Yeah,
I put it over Jujutsu Kaisen.
We'll see, man. I gotta see Jujutsu come back, man.
Yeah, I said it, motherfucker. I put it over Jujutsu Kaisen. All you Jujutsu Kaisen fans, you gotta deal with me now. Y'all said all the Bleach shit. I heard everything.
Hot takes.
I got hot takes. It's burning, goddammit.
Hot takes.
I got hot takes. All right. Before we leave, we gotta talk about Pokemon. Scarlet and Violet. Now, allow me to rank. Okay, so before we started, I talked to Jizzle about like how we might be living in the best era for like content and shit coming out because our childhood, we actually got a childhood that people care about, and they come back in a way where it's more accessible and it's doper. Like, I always wanted a Pokemon game that is like could be played on a console. Now we have it.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I do love the video game, and Pokemon Arceus has showed us what an open world Pokemon game can look like. Now, the gripes that people have, they are warranted for the frame rate and the random sprites. I mean, okay, cool, but like I say all the time, they're shoving a lot of RAM into a handheld system. I always give them
5-year-old system. What was
Yes.
2018, 27? Like, the Switch been out for a minute.
Yes.
Also, like my whole thing, not to cut you off in your whole.
Right.
Is it fun?
It's
All you niggas complaining about the frame rate.
fun.
Is the game fun?
And
Because
here's
if you're a
my
true
hot take.
Pokemon fan, I've heard 100 out of 100 responses. It's fucking fun. It's good.
My
the
hot
game design
take
is great.
is I have Pokemon Violet, and I also have the new God of War, and I haven't really played God of War since I got Pokemon. And that's just straight up. That's how fucking fun it is to actually build my roster of these new Pokemon that we have and the OGs that we have that are just walking around in the wild like you can just fucking run up on an Umbreon.
Yeah, dog.
Like, it's just crazy now.
To see how many Pokemon are in the overworld interacting with specific environments.
Yeah.
If I can just see like a fucking Avalugg floating in the water, or a fucking just like random.
Dratini.
Yeah, Dratini just taking
Never
a swim.
happened in
It's just
regular
like,
games.
They're
like,
all out in the overworld, son. Like, this is no more tall grass shit. Like, we're in the jungle where like this is the game that we dreamed of for all the Pokemon in the overworld. You can just like adventure. It's open world. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. After the first 2 hour or so tutorial and you get your ride Pokemon, the game just like, here's Paldea.
Bruh, and it's so dope
go nuts.
You can just go to whatever gym you want to at any time.
Yeah, get your ass spanked. Get your ass spanked.
It's not linear.
Yeah, get your ass spanked. The game's like, we're not gonna hold your hand. You wander to an area you ain't supposed to be in.
It's
you
not
gonna find
linear. And that's akin to Arceus, because if you wander somewhere and you just run up on an alpha
you ain't supposed to be there,
you're gonna get your ass whipped.
Yeah.
And you will know not to go over there again.
I ain't strong enough to be here. Yeah, I ain't strong enough to be over here. So I need to go some of that. It's like, I love the game. I love the story. Best story we've had in Pokemon and since Black and White. Yeah, I love the games. They just did a performance patch today, so I don't know how much better.
Oh yeah, that patch did come out today. I read
so I haven't downloaded it yet. I haven't seen what it's hitting on, but like, yeah, I'm not. The frame rate of a background windmill is not going to break my enjoyment of a game.
It doesn't.
I'm sorry, especially not of a Pokemon game when we're used to fucking sprites and shit, and it's just like, yeah, dog, this isn't a Mass Effect Andromeda situation where the performance of the game made me like stop playing the game. Where it's like, this is not fun. Like, this game has continually been extremely fun.
Like, I'm too busy mowing down fields of fucking Haunters and random fucking Piplups with a Dragonite. And I never had a Dragonite before. Yeah. Because you can't just go get a Dragonite in regular games.
And some of the new Pokemon of the generation, like Palmot, has been like my best friend. Like, that nigga, I get that nigga on a t-shirt, wear that shit daily.
One of the Pokemon I do love, Lokix.
Lokix?
Yeah. I love him. I didn't even see him before. I love him. And I have a Gengar for no reason. I didn't even have to trade him. Like, it's amazing. And you have access to so many Pokemon you didn't have access to.
Yeah, I think it's the most we've had in a
evolutions to Pokemons, like the Primate, we have Annihilate. I have him on my team, you have him on yours. Really, really dope. I have Skeledirge. I named him something else, so I didn't know his name. I mean, he has his drawbacks, but he is a tank.
All the starters have their drawbacks.
He is a tank.
They're all decent, though.
One,
special attack tank.
His fire attacks are stronger. Two, his special attack, where he sings.
Yeah, boosts his special attack.
It just boosts his special attack.
Yeah, he's kind of a special attack.
And then when you terrestrialize him, he's going to be even more stronger. So he's really a tank.
Yeah, it seems like the best competitive starter, ironically, is a fucking duck who looks the stupidest. Because it has Moxie and it has a fucking
If I start over, I might get him. Just to see what his moveset is.
Yeah, like I said, if I get Scarlet or some shit like that and want to do another play,
I want to see what his like specific move is. that's specific to his Pokemon.
It boosts his attack. It's
He's
like
great. He's fighting though.
Yeah, he's fighting. So
I love fighting Pokemon.
He's got Moxie, so every time he knocks a Pokemon out, he gets an attack boost.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so it's like he might be the best one. I like Masquerada, but like Grass Dark is a shitty typing, bro. Like, it's a terrible typing. I struggled early in the game until he got really strong. It's like,
what is his ability though?
We don't have their hidden abilities yet, but his hidden ability is going to be Protean, which is good. Protean is the same as Greninja, which is like he changes types for the move that he does. But they nerfed Protean. Protean used to do that. Every move you did, you changed into that type. So you would get that stab and you would be unpredictable defensively. But now this generation, Protean only works the first turn. So the first turn, I would be able to like semi-terrestrialize, basically. I would be able to use Protean, become a different type, and then I would still be able to terrestrialize after that. And become another type. So Protean is going to be different in this generation. It used to be like broken. We knew what Greninja did back in this generation. It was a menace, a goddamn menace. And then we had Incineroar the next generation. Didn't have Protean, but like as a starter, just another fucking menace. We're just like, this is too good. You guys shouldn't. Why did you give it everything? It can learn everything. It could do all the support moves to ruin a match for the opponent. And I think Rillaboom's really good, but he wasn't like broken. I'm a big Rillaboom dude. I use him a lot in Sword and Shield.
I didn't have him on that thing. I had the other one.
Yeah, Rillaboom was my favorite starter that I ended up with. I ended up with all three, but Rillaboom. I like the Score Bunny too because he had Protean as well. Yeah. And Protean's just a really powerful ability until they nerfed it this generation.
So you beat the game. So who is your six that you rock with? Who's your squad? Your six squad?
My six. I had Masquerada as my starter, although he wasn't like my top use because again he struggled a lot early in the game. But later in the game, once he got all his moves, he gets knockoff, access to knockoff, just fantastic move, competitive move, great dark physical attack, got great speed, physical attack, good for the playthrough. His signature move always crits you. That's amazing. That's a great wall breaking move where it's just like it crits you 100% of the time.
100%.
Bet, yeah. So it's like that's dope. Flower Trick's a great move. And I have a Terra Grass type. So Terra Grass, Flower Trick, ultimate crit. He's good. Like Masquerada's good. He can learn. He got access to Play Rough, so a little bit of Play Rough. Great fairy attack move. Anything that's fighting Pokemon that don't outspeed you, I can wipe them out. It's like, okay, cool. I'm 4 times weak to you, but like get out of my face. And whatever else you want in that last spot. I think I put like U-turn for some just to make him be able to pivot out of certain situations. But Masquerade is a good Pokemon. Don't like the typing though. I think the typing is the only thing that's going to hold him back. Being 4 times weak to fighting is close combat will annihilate you. Any good fighting move. But after that, my favorite Pokemon of this generation was Palmot. Palmy to Palmo to Palmot. The fact that I have to evolve him by just walking him around, awesome. Just make me more connected to the Pokemon. Where it's just like
I did the same.
I just had to walk around this.
Right.
I didn't even know that he was ready to evolve because I had that nigga just walking around anyway. Because it's like I fuck with this nigga, and Olivia was like, he's so cute. I had Olivia over. My 7-year-old daughter came over to play the game, and that was her favorite Pokemon. So when she was walking around, I had Palmelt next to her, and we were just and like she could basically got my steps in. That nigga evolved. Beast. If Pikachu had fucking hands, I would just be like, I'm close combat, nigga. Throw the hands. I'm a fighting type. I can speed control. Has 1 of 2 Pokemon with Revival Blessing, which is just a move where it's like, I'm a revive. I can just fucking, even in a competitive sense where you can't use items online, like, I can revive a fallen comrade. You know how motherfucking valuable that is? Yeah, when my strongest Pokemon got knocked out for some bullshit, it's like, fuck, man, what am I gonna do? Palmot? Fucking bring my nigga back. Free my nigga. To bring this nigga back from the grave. Yes. Garganical, number 3. Fantastic Pokemon. Can't be statused. He has a fucking ability. It's like, you can't status me. I can't be burned. Can't be slept. Can't be paralyzed. I'm that nigga. I got a signature move, Salt Cure. It will chip away damage, but if you're a water or steel type, that shit'll kill you in 4 turns. That shit'll do 25% of your damage. Damn. Every turn, like some 4 times we stealth rock shit. It's like, amazing. Fucking amazing. Like, Rock Slide, great stats. Yeah, Garganical's fucking, I didn't even expect him to be that good. Just like, well, I can't take this nigga out my lineup. Got a Weavile for the first time. That was as good as advertised. super fast, dark, strong attacker, can give you everything. Ice Spinner is a great new move for ice types.
Yeah, I gotta get that one.
Yeah, it's like that TM's great. Weevil's great. I never had a Weevil. Always liked him. He looked cool as fuck. Cool little speedy fucking attacker. Nigga did crazy work. He was my false swiper, so he was a great recruiter to get other Pokemon on my squad. Weevil's great. Got a Dragonite. We talked about that earlier for the first time. Never had a Dragonite. Yeah, even as a Kanto nigga. Never did Dragonite. Very useful. He was a Draymond Green in my team. He fucking could fit in any situation, any lineup. He never was getting all the buckets, but he was always filling in, being useful and versatile as a mixed attacker. Really fuck with Dragonite. What do we have? I got all the Paradox Pokemon. Haven't used them very much yet. Got Iron Treads, probably using the most. Kilowattrel, Baby Zapdos. I call him Baby Zap. Baby Zap was in that bitch. Murdering shit the whole game. He's a Baby Zapdos. That's all he is. He's an electric flying type. Great speed. Limited move pool, but Baby Zap, he did his thing. Shout out to Baby Zap. Tinkaton. Fairy with a hammer. Did the thing. As cool as advertised. Wish it had better stats, but that typing makes it very useful. It's got some good moves, got fake out, got some good shit. And beyond that, what else? I used a Breloom for the first time. Breloom's excellent Pokemon. Oh, Baxcalibur. Yeah. Baxcalibur became my nigga. He's a little Godzilla looking Ice Dragon type.
I just noticed that.
Became one of my niggas, man. I roamed around. This is what the love of... This will tell people about the love of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I heard that this pseudo-legendary existed. I looked it up and what his habitat was, but I didn't want to do any spoilers beyond that. I was like, he's in the mountain areas. I went to the ice mountains. I drove around for about an hour and a half. Hour and a half of real world time, and I just scoured the mountains looking for rare areas, any little chasm or little cave, any little rook, and I motherfucking found one. After about an hour and a half, he had a rare Terra type. I found him. I caught him. That's the beauty of this new Pokemon game, where it's not like, I'm not coming through grass. Like, I found that I heard word of mouth that there was a rare Pokemon that's in this certain area, and I went and looked myself.
Yeah,
and I'm fucking look with your two eyes, and you scout around, and you fucking, until you find that, you know how satisfying it is to roll up on that Pokemon and to finally catch him. I put him in a luxury ball.
You know how satisfying it was to roll up on a Riolu?
Yeah, I found, Riolu. If I didn't have a Lucario, that would have been more important to me. But, like, I have too. I was like, is that a Riolu walking around? Like,
I just seen him.
Did you see rare Pokemon or shinies?
I was looking
like,
for him too.
9.5 out of 10. Fuck the performance issues. They did the shits.
All right. Before we leave, let me get to my 6. My 6 always consists of my man Gary. Gyarados.
Got a Gyarados.
I love his move pool. He's always going to a thunder move. Probably Dragon Twister, whatever the fuck. Gengar, my boy Gengar.
There are some OGs.
Gotta have a nice poison move to make him poison, then Hex on top of that, Nightshade, probably Shadow Force. Yeah, Shadow Force. Should still have Levitate, motherfucking Bulldoze was killing me. You know, that's him. Then I got my man.
No one man can have all that power.
Yeah, no man got. Then I had my man Fire God Jr., aka Skeledirge. You know, you gotta have the coverage move, probably like a Thunder Fang, you know, the singing song.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. What's that, 3? Next, I got my man Annihilate. I like his new form.
Yeah, he looks dope.
Yeah, it looks dope. It really looks dope.
He's got good stats too, he's good.
His cry is like fucking horrifying sometimes when you hear it. Good moves on him.
Yeah.
What's that? 5. My man Dragonite, the OG. I might be an OG type guy.
Yeah, you got 3 OGs on the
OG. You know, he gets the job done. So many moves, fast as shit. Gotta have an ice move on him just for his coverage. You know, that's how I feel like you just have to have an ice move on him. Probably a Thunder Punch or some shit. I don't know. Super fast. And last but not least, what is my 6th? My 6th. It's probably another dragon. Salamence for the first time. First time having him. He can learn so many fucking moves. Fire Fang. He could probably do acrobatics, right?
He can do so much.
He can do so much.
I have a Salamence, one of my strongest Pokemon in my other games.
Garchomp too. That's a new favorite of mine.
Oh yeah, I've got a shiny Garchomp.
Oh, you got a shiny?
Shiny Garchomp.
Lock 6, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Lock Kicks, I use them all the time.
Lock kicks, yeah, low kicks.
He's been a very good sentry for me, just beating the shit out of people.
Little
Like, just running up on people and shit. Hypno, I always loved Hypno because one time when I had a red version, I accidentally got rid of my Charizard and I had to run through the whole game with a Hypno. So, always have an affinity for Hypno, although his backstory is fucking creepy. What else do I be running around with, Gyarados? That's pretty much it. I keep a tight ship, bro.
Yeah, I run my team like a basketball team. We run about 12 deep.
Yeah, 12 deep.
About 12 deep.
Everybody gets 30 minutes over here.
Been on the matchups.
It's the playoffs, bitch.
Yeah, I usually got
it's the playoffs.
I got like 3 or 4 stars.
Yes.
Everyone else, kind of works
around
the
3 or 4 heavies and like 3 children with me because I'm trying to level them up.
No. But I can't reiterate how good Palmot is. Palmot is like the greatest Pokemon of all time. It's great. No, I'm being hyperbolic, but no, I love that little rat. He did some shit. He did some epic shit and some work for me.
So who's your favorite new gen Pokemon, or is it Palmot?
From this gen?
Yeah,
it's gotta be Palmot, bro.
Okay.
His move pool, just what he did for me in this playthrough, bro. He put hands on so many people, bro. Once he learned close combat, it was a wrap, bro. He was putting hands on everyone. And he caught so many of the other recruits that are on my team because of Nuzzle. Nuzzle's such a great move for speed control.
My 6th spot is Lucario.
I love Lucario. I have one.
That might be the 6th spot. If it's not Hypno, I'm still training my Hypno, but it might be.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Pokemon. I love Lucario. I use one. I've used one since Gen 5 that I've transferred up from Black and White for the Pokemon since then. So it's like, my Lucario is an OG.
He knows Dragon Pulse for some reason. I don't understand.
Yeah, he can learn Dragon Pulse.
He's doing Kamehamehas and shit. Yep. That shit is funny.
Special attack usage. So like, can't wait for Pokemon Home to be online. I'll bring up the rest of my Pokemon. My Lucario will be in play. Again, there's some Pokemon that I would have caught that because I have already. So it's like I've been playing Pokemon for 9 generations. I have some of these older ones already. So I focused on trying to get the new Pokemon and like get on the new generation. I did I had a couple of OGs, the Dragonite. But I ended up shelving Dragonite for Excalibur at the end. And, even Weevil, like, just using some of the new Pokemon. Because, like, I have the OGs, I wanted to really get into the Paldea Pokemon, which I think are well-designed. I think they're well-designed. I think they're really cool. Tetsugiri and Dondozo, beast mode. A fucking Pokemon that pilots another Pokemon like a Gundam? That shit's amazing. Are you fucking crazy? Like, good job, Gen 9.
Good job.
9.5 out of 10.
9.5.
I can't give you. I would have given it a perfect score if it didn't run like a piece of shit, but it does run pretty terribly out the gate. The new patch is out today, so hopefully it does fix a lot. But like, you will be slightly distracted by how terrible the game runs.
I will give it a 9.7 because of how fucking fun the game is, and we haven't even played each other yet.
Yeah, and the multiplayer is not fully fleshed out. And we know we're going to get DLC. We know we're going to get Pokebank. We're going to get more Pokemon in the metagame, so I'm just excited.
Like, they have so many other generations to just tap into. They can just throw us a game, throw us Pokemon. It's a really good game. Anything else before we step out of here?
I'm done, man.
I'm done.
I gotta go grocery shopping.
Yes. Everybody, go grocery shopping. Go green, too. Tell your mother you love her. This has been a new episode of Channel Orange. I'm your host, LK the God, the Deity, the Mogul, the Shogun, and it's not even an 01 no more. It's like a 2018 or something. I'm here with my cohort with the snazzy jacket. Look at him styling and profiling. Look at him. Woo! Look at him. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, you know who's going to win the race. He got the jacket on. Puffco Poppy himself. Do a goddamn dab when you see this, goddammit. Do a Puffco. Go get some Puffco stuff. You don't have to do flour if you don't want to. Weed's almost legal. Matter of fact, it's legal in July.
Oh, yeah, almost.
Yeah. Tell us when you love them. Gang, get up out of here.
Headline: Kanye West now more unpopular than George W. Bush.
Oh